AEW's World's End pay-per-view is Sunday, December 27th, coming from Chicago. Now, as of the time I'm recording this, there haven't been that many matches announced, and I think they love to do a long pay-per-view, so they are going to add some more. But I'm going to give my predictions for what's been announced so far. What I think is going to open the show is the C2 semifinals. Unfortunately, in the Gold League, Jack Perry and Kevin Knight are just too far behind. We have a four-way tie for first place. Everybody has 6 points. Okada, Speedball, Fletcher, and Pac all have 6 points. And I hate to say that Jungle Boy is going to be the easiest path forward, the easiest points for these people to get, but I kind of think he is. But he's definitely going to play spoiler to somebody, but I couldn't tell you who. All of these people are so closely matched. Everybody still has 2 matches to go, with the exception of Jack Perry, who is out anyway. I think that there's not going to be a clear winner coming out of this one. I think they're going to have at least a 2-way tie for first. And I don't know what happens in that situation. Do you get into a sudden death type, or what's the deal going to be? By the time we get to World's End, we're going to have the semifinals. I don't know if we're going to get to World's End and we're still going to have 2 or 3 people tied for first. But I think that would make it really exciting. So I don't know. I'm having a hard time picking one. So I'm going to pick Okada and Fletcher to come out of the Gold League, which is crazy to say because that means either Kevin Knight or Jungle Boy is going to beat Pac. Is this realistic? I don't know. It also means Speedball is going to have to lose to Okada and Jack Perry. He's going to have to lose out. This is going to be a tough one. Over in the Blue League, Roderick Strong has 0 points. He's all the way out. Dorado only has 3 points till now. He's too far behind. He's not going to be able to catch up. There's a 2-way tie for second with Jon Moxley and Orange Cassidy, but Moxley only has 1 match left, and it's against Orange Cassidy. There's a 2-way tie for first, and that's between Claudio and Takeshita. If Claudio or Takeshita gets even 1 win of their 2 remaining matches, Claudio only has 1 left, and it's against Roderick Strong. But if either of them gets 1 win, Moxley cannot win. He is mathematically going to be eliminated. I guess same for Orange Cassidy because they're both tied at 6. No, technically, Orange Cassidy has 2 matches left, so he can wind up with 12 points if he beats Takeshita and Moxley. So Orange Cassidy is not all the way out, but Moxley definitely will need Claudio to lose and Takeshita to lose at least 1 and maybe tie to be able to stay in this thing. I don't know. Feels like a stretch. Do we think Moxley is going to do anything to sabotage Claudio to keep him from winning? Does he want to win that badly? Who can say? Who can say? Excited. Ooh, it's so exciting to think about, though. I don't think he will. I don't think he'll do that, but I would not be surprised. If I'm forced to choose a winner coming out of the Blue League, though, I feel like Takeshita seems to be a front runner since they're doing this thing in the Don Callis family with him and Okada. I mean, that's been kind of a long story they've been telling. I think it's a lot less likely that the Blue League is going to present some type of tie going into the semifinals, so I'm going to put my money on Takeshita. That means he would need to beat Orange Cassidy and Dorado. I think those are both doable. After the C2 semis, I think we're going to switch over to the women. We'll probably do the women's tag at this time. That's Babes of Wrath versus Mercedes Moné and Athena, the Ring of Honor champion. Mercedes has been quietly dropping a few of those titles, and I don't see her winning the women's tag here. That would consolidate what the women have and their TV time, and anyone who is, striving for a championship, you're all like funneling towards the same group of people. I just don't see that happening. I think that the Babes of Wrath, they just won them. This would be their first defense, if I'm not mistaken. I think they retain. I also think the crowd like to cheer for the good guys every once in a while, and this is the epitome of the good guys. I think that we don't want to see the good guys lose. We just saw Cena tap out, and I think that sucked the air out of the building. Like, we're ready to root for the good guys right now. So it's just another reason I think they're going to retain. Recording this on Friday the 19th, they have not, to my knowledge, announced that the Trios Championship is going to be defended, or that Mark Briscoe is going to defend his championship either. But I think if not both, one of them definitely will get on the card. And I think this is the good time to slot them in. Break up all the action, all these championships being defended. These are people that just like to fight. I mean, you can just put them in there with anybody to fill some time, even though these pay-per-views are very, very long already. But I do think that if not both of them, one of them is definitely going to be on the card. So put them in here. I think they will follow that up with Chris Statlander defending her AEW Women's Championship against Jamie Hayter. I'm new to Jamie Hayter. I like her a lot. I don't know what it is. I just feel I'm digging her vibe. I don't know if it's her time to win. I kind of doubt it. But if I have the Babes of Wrath retaining, and if I have Chris Statlander retaining, then I think the Ops in that match before are probably going to drop their titles to maybe Omega and the Young Bucks, the Elite, since they're back together. That's probably a title change that I could see happening because I don't think that it's time for Chris to drop it. Now they surprisingly put it on her, doesn't mean they can't surprisingly take it off her. Crazier things have happened. But I'd like to see more from Chris. I think it's been rather short to take it off of her now. Bring her into the new year as the champion, going into the next big pay-per-view, going into the next All In. Maybe she can drop it there. I just don't think it's time to take it off her. I have no idea why it seems like FTR is not getting a response from the crowd. I love FTR. I loved them when they were the Revival. Every time I kind of tune into their matches, they epitomize tag team wrestling. I love them. I'm not sure why you don't love them. So if someone wants to tell me, like, where's the disconnect? I don't know. If they are going to get on this card, I think this is a good time to slot them in. I don't want to call them the down match, but I do think it's like we got to calm everybody down before we ramp up for the next two, the co-main and the main event. And if they do fight for the tag championships, then I have them retain it. What the hell is wrong with FTR? I don't know. For the co-main event, I think it will obviously be the C2 finals. And with the muddiness of the semifinals, with maybe 2 or 3 people coming from the Gold League, making it a 4-way, 3 from the gold, 1 from the blue, or a triple threat, 2 from the gold, 1 from the blue, these finals are really up in the air. I would love for this to be a surprise. I want this to be 2 people I just didn't expect. If it somehow winds up being, you know, Orange Cassidy and Speedball, I'd be shocked. But also, I believe that the winner of this C2 is like number one contender or you get a title shot type of situation. So do I see Speedball getting a title shot? No. Do I see Orange Cassidy getting a title shot? No. I mean, we're talking about setting up to the likes of Samoa Joe. I don't see that. Now, who I could see standing up in this main event scene though is Kyle Fletcher from the Gold League. But he would need to beat Jack Perry, only putting him at 9 points. So he would need some other people to lose to be able to be the winner in the Gold League. I don't know. I don't know. Because it's all up in the air, I do think that's what makes it fun. But I do think the story they're telling me on TV is that it's Okada to Takeshita. So there is where I think the finals is going to be. I've alluded to it before. That's what I think the finals is going to be, Okada to Takeshita. And if I'm going to pick a winner, I'm picking Takeshita. Okay, now this main event. Samoa Joe, the reigning champion, versus Swerve Strickland versus Hangman Adam Page and versus a recently added MJF. Girl, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I already was like, damn, that's a good ass match for the end of the year. I am programmed to think end of the year means we're winding down, we're pre-taping shows, nothing exciting, no new storylines, no title changes, nothing. Okay? Don't even think about putting any effort into watching this because it's gonna be boring as shit. That's the WWE way. That's been in my head for decades. So you're telling me I'm going to get Samoa Joe, Hangman, Swerve? Damn. Because Hangman could definitely win it back. Swerve could definitely win it back. Joe could definitely cheat to retain. I could not bet on that. You're not going to take my money. That is so. And then the surprise factor of adding MJF into the mix blows the shit wide open. I think it's so bold of him to come down here and use his cash in to get in this match. When he was signing the paper, I was like, oh, you're just trying to put yourself in the match? That's bold. And I forgot he's got that, I don't even know what you call it, contract? He's got the contract, he's cashing it in 1-on-4, and to immediately tell the crowd, if I beat all 3 of you, there will be no excuses. The I'm better than you and you know it thing is really, I mean, it's going to be undeniable if he wins this match at World's End. Obviously, we've got Joe as the heel. I kind of think Hangman and Swerve are the baby faces here, and MJF is the tweener. We can only have one winner, and statistically, in multi-man matches, when the world championship is defended, the champion retains either by trickery, fuckery, interference, I mean, just the fast pace of everything, and he can just sneak in and steal your pin. It usually favors the champion. Although the odds is what the commentary will tell you. Hard pressed to pick a winner. I don't think they're taking the title off Joe. I think MJF will have wasted his cash in and will not be successful. And everyone will say, well, that was stupid. I don't know why you did 3-on-1. You could have done 1-on-1. Da, 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 da. He'll go back to having to prove himself, slowly leaning more into the babyface side of things. Swerve and Hangman are probably going to cost each other, to be honest. They're like, if I can't win, you can't win either type of situation. I think they're going to wind up costing each other. And Joe just needs to be the methodical person that he is and just kind of lie in wait and strike when, the time is right. Play off of their emotions. Manipulate them. I think Joe's going to retain. That's what I'm keeping. Joe is going to retain. It's going to be so much fun to watch. I'm going to be in California when I watch it at my parents' house for the holidays. I can't think of a better match that we could be presenting at the end of the year than this. And who comes out of this as champion? I mean, you're setting the pace for the all of 2026. Who's at the top? Who's chasing? Are feuds going to be reborn? All to be determined in a week's time, December 27th, AEW World's End pay-per-view. Tell me your predictions in the comments below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? What do you think about this Gold League and the four-way tie? And check out some of the other videos on my channel. I've been doing videos every single day this week. Different predictions, different storytelling, all the things. I'm posting a few more all the way up until Christmas Day. My birthday is December 26th. This is a Capricorn sweater, by the way. So shout out Capricorns. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.